Good afternoon. Welcome back to Pouring Through Life. I'm continuing on with my experiments. I did one a little bit earlier and it got interrupted by a phone call and whatever. So XIM latex extender as a cell activator. I'm going to mix it with Amsterdam pearl white and titanium white. So I'm doing 2 cell activators on one piece. I saw it on another artist's page and I said, oh, I'll try that out. That sounds like fun. I've never done it before. Sure, why not? And I'm going to try to keep the colors identical on each one. Hopefully, that's the plan. Real quickly, I'm going to go through the colors. I got Pebeo Studios iridescent blue-green. Anita's blue pearl or pearl blue, phalocyanin, I think is how you say it, blue, Color Flash aqua, Color Flash folk art, Color Flash emerald green, 24 karat gold by Deco Art Americana, and this is Deco Art enchanted turquoise, and folk art dragonfly glaze blue green gold shift. So yeah, I'm gonna have fun with these colors. My inspiration piece is this little tile I did before. I had the same basic colors in there, but I also had a dark color in there and it came out really dark. It's really pretty and it will really shine when there's resin on it. But I kind of wanted to do the same one, but with lighter colors. So we'll see how it turns out, and our experiment, it's always fun to experiment and see what things do. So I have the XIM mixed into the pearl white and the Amsterdam white, titanium white. So I'm gonna do first my original cell activator, which is Floetrol PVA glue, Amsterdam titanium white, Liquitex inks and ink, and the Minwax wood conditioner in each of these. So this is the iridescent white, or I'm sorry, the white iridescent cell activator. I'm worried I might have mixed the wrong one. Amsterdam titanium white and the pearl, Amsterdam pearl white. So I'm gonna use that on one tile and I'm gonna do the other tile with the XIM. But first I need to make sure I have the right one. I've been trying out so many different, yeah, that's the right one, different mixes. I just got confused for a second. Alright, so the first tile is going to be the original cell activator. The second tile is going to be the XIM cell activator. And so far, everything I'm seeing with the XIM, I'm hopeful that it is great. They're drying very nicely. I am not having any weirdness, and that's what I was worried about with it because of how thin it is. Oh, and my pillow paint. I'm currently using H&K interior exterior semigloss white, mixed with my traditional pouring medium that I would use for my dirty pours, straight pours, things of that nature. That is in video 7 if you want to learn how I mix pouring medium. It's something that I have tinkered with for many, many years and currently love the mixture I've created. I just mix a little bit in there to make the house paint flow a little bit and hopefully alleviate any cracking or quality issues in the house paint. Alright, so phalocyanin blue, I think I'm saying that right now, is first. Now, when I refer to pouring medium in blooms, that is something completely different. So I wanted to make sure that that was clear with y'all, because somebody had asked me about my pouring medium and I automatically go to the pouring medium that I do when I do my regular paintings because I'm new to bloom. bloom technique. So this is the turquoise shift. So I wanted to make sure that that was clear. The pouring medium for blooms is different than traditional pouring medium. When you make bloom pouring medium, you are mixing deep base enamel house paint. There are many different brands. I actually have 4 different varieties mixed in my container. So that's 3 parts deep house base, high gloss deep house base paint, and 1 part polyacrylic to create pouring medium for blooms. If you don't have the polyacrylic, it doesn't work right. I've tried many times. It was not until Canilla Sirocco shared her recipe that she uses that I had a successful bloom. So that's the emerald green shift. This is the 24 karat gold by DecoArt. I'm gonna do Aqua Flash. Every time I say Flash, anything, I think of the TV series. I don't know why, but I just do. Next is going to be the Dragonfly Glaze. I always blue, green, gold shift. Then the Pebeo Studios. Actually, I'm in reverse it this time. I'm gonna do the Anita's Pearl Metallics Blue Pearl. I'm gonna do a little bit more of the 24 karat gold. And then I'm gonna finish it up with the Pebeo Studios Iridescent Blue Green. The reason why I drizzle as well as do a puddle is that when you blow the colors, they go into the other colors, and I like the combination. So I'm gonna put the titanium white down first, and this is the titanium white cell activator. And then I'm gonna put the iridescent cell activator on top, the pearl iridescent. You can tell it's a slightly different color. It's also semi-opaque, so you can see through it. All right, torch. I put a popsicle stick under here because my table isn't level, but I think it's too much to have 2, so let me take 1. I put this one up here. Come on. Be kind. Be kind. Stay put. I'm gonna torch it one more time here. Okay, so when you see a bubble, because house paint is so thick, sometimes torching it doesn't work. Get yourself a skewer or a popsicle stick or something that you can just quickly pop that bubble, because you don't want it to dry with the bubble. It will be noticeable. I'm just wiping off this spillover because I haven't even gotten to blow it out yet. All right, the other thing I started doing differently that I used to not do is I started using my hairdryer when I blow out my little tiles, and I love it. You should see straight away lacing when you're pouring medium or your cell activator is correct. I might have blew off too much of the other colors, but it's okay. Now you want to be patient. It's hard to do. Because you need the color to pull back. And you want your cells to really come into their shape. Just gonna do a quick popping here. the other reason why I decided to redo this one is because besides that I had a phone call come in the middle of the video and I tape with my cell phone, I started trying to move it around too soon, and I screwed up the composition. So you have to be patient. As hard as that is to do, you have to be patient. And I can't say that enough. You have to be patient. Your results will be 100 times better by taking that extra 15 seconds or 20 seconds that the paint needed to pull back to where it belongs. Okay? Trust me, trust me, trust me. You will never regret it. You will never, never regret allowing the paint the time it needed to pull. Just gonna pop this under here because it's easier to pick them up when they aren't sitting directly on that. Another little thing I've started doing with my tile pours is I dry them on cups now, because if I leave them on here, they stick to it. You can actually see tape stick to this. And then when I go to take them off, they're stuck and it takes the tape off the back. I didn't show you this at the start of the video, but I tape the back of each tile to keep it clean. And I leave that tape on until after it is resined. That way I don't have to sand off the bumps from the resin. And then when I'm done, I have self-adhesive cork that fits on here perfectly, and it has my cute little stamp on it that says "Pouring Through Life, the Pritchard Family." All of my artwork goes to support my family. It goes to buy the necessities we need. It goes to creative endeavors. I mean, any money that any product or item I sell goes right back into my family. So I do whatever I can to lessen the load. My husband, he works so hard, so anything that I can do that can be positive and bring additional money into our household is everything. So, and it was his birthday yesterday, and I'm doing his favorite colors, so happy birthday to my husband, who's amazing. He's an amazing father. He's an amazing partner. We've been together since 1993, and he is the most tremendous human. He gives all to everybody. Real quickly on this one, you can still see the difference between the two cell activators. If you look here, the white is whiter and that iridescent, that pearl is a little bit darker of a color. So you're getting the effect of two different cell activators in here. And I'm loving that idea. I wish I would have wrote down the person's name that did that, and I like to give credit where credit is due, and she had a brilliant idea to use two cell activators, and I am loving it. So I'm sorry I can't remember. I'll look your video up before I post this and see if I think it's waterfall. I think it's waterfall acrylics that I learned that from, and I hope that's right. I feel terrible. I'm terrible with names. I used to be so good with names. I am so bad with names nowadays. It's pathetic, and I just can't remember names anymore. I used to be a property manager, and I remembered everybody's names. I actually took a lot of pride in that. Now, I can't even remember my neighbors' names half the time. So I'm just taking a little bit of this paint that was on here and putting it on the edges, because the weight of it will help pull the paint down and make it a little easier to stretch out this beautiful lacing that is coming. The other thing too, I watch a lot of other people's videos. I get a lot of inspiration from people color-wise, product-wise. Canela Sirocco, she's incredible. I watch pretty much every video she posts. Julie Cuts, from Pouring Your Heart Out. I stole a little bit of your name from my channel because it was clever. You're clever, you're brilliant, you're so creative, and you do such incredible work. and I am so grateful for both of you ladies and your channels, because it's given me the, I don't know what the right word is, bravery, I guess, to try out something different that's completely foreign to me, and that's talking to myself in front of a camera. It's weird when you're first starting doing this. It's hard to learn how to come up with something to say when you're not really talking to anybody per se at that moment, unless you're shooting a live video. A lot of times I'll wait till my husband is home to do these videos just so I have him to kind of shout at as I'm doing it. He had a job to do today, so my husband does photography and he's really talented. If you see any photos of my artwork that look better than anything, that's because he did them. He helps me with my Facebook group. He set it up for me, and he does a lot of work for me, and it makes a huge difference. I don't think I need to move this anymore. I think my blow dryer did all the moving for me. Kind of wanted this corner to have a little bit of lacing on it because it would be a little bit more uniform, but I don't think it wants to move anymore. So one thing I noticed with blooms, because the pouring medium is really thick, it's very slow moving, but you need to just let it do its thing, because if you rush it, you'll lose the integrity of the lacing. And I personally don't want to ruin any of my work, so I do allow it all the time in the world that it needs. Okay, so that is the traditional pouring medium that I have been using. So now we're going to get to the experiment piece. And with any luck, I've remembered the order in which I put the paint on the tile. Hopefully. We'll see. Okay, so I'm going to get my pillow paint. Once again, that's H&K. Interior, exterior, semigloss white. Pre-mixed. But I actually found this on the clearance rack at Ace Hardware for $10. And it by far is my favorite pillow paint that I've purchased. Out of any of the other ones, I've tried a dozen at least. I have so many jugs of paint, it's ridiculous. Then I mix into it my pouring medium that I use for all my other paintings. And just a little bit, not a lot, just a little tiny bit. Probably 1:20 ratio. I mean, it really literally is a little tiny bit. Just a little bit. Okay, so this is the phthalo cyan, or however you say it, cyanin, phthalo cyanin. I do put iridescent medium in my colors that are not metallic. So if you look at this, you can actually see a little bit of the iridescent medium in it. And I use the Artist Loft iridescent medium. Okay, so I already forgot. 24 karat gold. Deco art. Emerald green. Color shift. Color flash. Color shift. I don't know why I can't remember anything today. This should be the aqua, or yeah. This is the turquoise shift by Deco Art. It's one of my faves. It's white, but when you shine the light on it, it looks blue. Then we're gonna do the aqua flash by Color Shift, Folk Arts Color Shift. Another one that shifts blue. It's turquoise color and it shifts blue. Then we are going to do the Dragonfly Glaze Blue Green Gold Shift. These ones are hard to find right now. I haven't been looking for them. I got a lot of the violet, the red violet one, but I cannot find the other, and it's driving me nuts. This is the Anita's blue pearl. I'm gonna do a little bit more of the dragon glaze and Pepeo Studios iridescent blue green. Kind of wish I would have put a layer of this down because it seems to be blowing off, although it almost looks like there's petals of it. So I love this color. It's beautiful. I definitely will be getting more of it because I love it that much. So thank you, Canella. Okay, see this giant bubble right here? Pop that. That is massive. Okay. See any others? I'm going to torch this really quick. And you probably don't need as much paint as I put on here. I'm still learning, honestly. I'm still learning as I go. And, okay, so this is the Amsterdam Titanium White with XIM as the cell activator. It is a lot thinner. It's about a teaspoon of the product. This is the Pearl White by Amsterdam with the XIM. Probably gonna thicken this up after I do this tile because I think it needs to be a little bit thicker, although it is sitting on top, which is what I like to look for. And it's already rolling off, so let me just move this back. Okay, so now I'm gonna get my dryer and we're gonna blow it out. If I cannot throw it on the ground. Hopefully I didn't splatter the other one. Seeing cells right away is always a good sign. Love this color. Do the same thing I did with the other one, and I'm going to take a little bit of what's on the stick here and fill in the corners because it really helps the paint move. Try not to drop it on the face of what you're working on though, because you will not be happy with that. And once again, let it pull back to the center. You just blew on it with a blow dryer. The paint is dispersed everywhere. You need to let it work its way back. You will not regret waiting. You will not regret that few seconds it needs to come back to the center. Promise you that. It's not like it's gonna hurt it to wait. Paint's already blown, cells are already created. Just let it marinate. It's a little thicker in here, but it's fine. See where I blew my torch on there? This product is very reactive with heat. So I want to throw it in and do a bigger painting, not a bloom style, maybe a straight cup or a flip cup or something with this product in it next. Well, that's what I'm going to do next. Just see how it reacts because lots of cells popped up when I torched. It always does that. But I'm mainly wanting lacing when I'm doing a bloom. I want lacing. I don't need a bunch of cells because the lacing creates the cells in a different way. And I want that uniformity. I don't want to have a bunch of cells pop up when I'm wanting lacing. And it still hasn't released from the parts where I blew. You can see it from here that it hasn't released. So I'm going to take this time to hit up a couple more spots that don't have any paint. Right here. And right here. Gosh, it's so pretty. There's another spot right here. And keep a wet wipe handy too. It's always good to have. House paint doesn't come off your skin as easy as plain acrylic paint does. It just doesn't. I don't care what anybody says, it doesn't. And that is almost back to normal as far as level, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Clean my hands so I can get them dirty again. So pretty. It really is pretty. This one turned out darker because I blew too much with my hairdryer. But they're still cohesive because they're done with the same colors. I am going to do another set with these exact same colors so that the person that wants to get them can get 8 coasters instead of just the 4 I normally would do. My first set of test coasters is sitting right here, hopefully not stuck together, but they turned out pretty good. I'm happy with how these turned out. And this is the first coaster set that I did with the XIM. And when I put resin on them, it's going to be really pretty. There was a little cracking in here, right there. It's the only one that had any cracking. And I'm certain it's because I left too much paint on there. Okay, so I'm going to move these ones over to where they can be not bothered when I put the next ones over here. And get ready. I just put some cups that I do when I resin things. I keep all those cups and don't throw them away so that I can put coasters on them and let them dry on them. Okay, so most of the work has been done for me on this one, and that's kind of why I took that little siesta and let it move around for me. It's already pretty much done. I just want to see if there's where the weight of the paint is. Gosh, it's just so pretty. I just can't stand it. It's so pretty. I don't even think I need to do anything to this one. It is just so pretty. There's a little bit where there's not paint coverage right here. Just do a little bit, just take a little swipe and pull it down. Oh God, love this. Love, love, love. I don't see any issues, and it's nice, and it's just gorgeous. So that Pebeo iridescent blue-green dries gorgeous. It's so pretty. Honestly, I'm not gonna remove any more paint. I think it's leveled itself out, and I just let it pour off the edges. I think it's fine. So let me wash my hands. I'm gonna take you in for a close-up so you can see, and then let me know what you think. Okay, so let me take you in for a close-up, and hopefully these dry beautifully. Just a minute, honey. I'm almost done. So this is the XIM tile. Just a minute. This is the traditional cell activator tile. By traditional is what I traditionally use before finding XIM. Trying to get out of the glare of my ring light. Alright, you guys, if you like my channel, please hit the subscribe button. And if you hit the notification bell, you will get notified every time I post a new video. Happy Halloween, and I will see you on the next pour. Thank you so much, and have a beautiful day.